Okay, so Tesla versus LPG. Well, here I am driving. Well, I'll go back to the beginning. If you look elsewhere on my channel, you'll see some videos I made when I hired a Tesla for like a long weekend, and I went from John O'Groats to Land's End and stuff. Now, one thing I wanted to put in here right at the beginning is there's recent news that Tesla is now going to start charging for charging at the superchargers. Basically, you're going to have to pay for the electricity, whereas up to now it's been free. So that's kind of made, up until this point, made a Tesla a decent purchase, because especially for someone like me who does like lots of miles per year in whatever work I do, and so you know that would have offset the actual extra cost of buying the Tesla compared to a comparable cheap car like I've got here. The car I'm driving at the moment is a Dacia Logan maximum capacity vehicle, and it's an LPG conversion. So what I get in this is basically I can get up to about 200 miles per tank full of LPG. Now going back to what I was saying about Tesla, they're going to start charging for charging. So basically that's going to mean it's not going to be any benefit in it for people like me who are going to be doing a lot of miles, because you'll not be saving any money using the superchargers. And that's the whole point of this video that I'm shooting tonight. I've just basically filled up at the LPG station there in Ashington. It was £14.61. Now, I've laid in the sat-nav as an example, just to compare it roughly to the Land's End of John O'Groats. I've put the sat-nav on for basically Ashington to Dundee in Scotland, which is about 177 miles. So that's almost a full tank of petrol. And there's a garage that I've laid in the sat-nav there that sells LPG 24 hours a day. So I should be able to get up there in about, what's it say at the moment, 3 hours and 6 minutes. So I should be completely drained of LPG by the time I get there, fill up there and come back again. So the point I'm going to try and prove with this video is it worth buying a Tesla, or do you just buy a cheap LPG conversion? And so the idea is, well, the point I'm trying to prove with this video is it worth laying out for a Tesla if you're doing a lot of miles like me to get the free energy? Or is it worth just making do with an old not an old, but this is just a year old, not even a year old, this car, but buying a new cheap car that you can convert to LPG and using that instead? Simple, really. That's the point of this video. So anyway, what have we got? We have 171 miles left to go. We're just leaving Ashington now, so we're still in England. Looks like we'll be turning left soon towards the A1. I might check in with you when we're crossing the Scottish border or something, but I won't keep this video too long. You know the premise now as to what I'm doing. And we'll soon find out, is it worth paying all that money for a Tesla? Stopping at the Edinburgh supercharger like I would have had to do tonight, now we're there at least, and then to get back home, or I would have had to have paid for electricity at home and paid for electricity up there, which would have been, I reckon, about still £10 worth of electricity at least, probably more like 20. Or is it worth just sticking with one of these things where you can probably do the same sort of thing? Instead of paying £20 for electricity, it might cost you like £30 in LPG maybe to do the trip, and you've not had to lay out all that money to begin with. And there we go, that's the point of this video. So I'll check back in with you when I get closer to the Scottish border. Right, we're coming up to the Scottish border now. We have 121 miles left to go to the LPG station in Dundee. Still 4 lights on here. Scottish border coming up shortly. Okay, so here's the Scottish border. We're now going into off the new land. Still 4 lights on there. So don't think we're going to even scratch the surface of the LPG. Yeah, here you can see the Scottish flags. Get your bagpipes out any second now. I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to be getting to Dundee with still 2 lights on, but we'll see. See how it goes. We've still got quite a way to go yet. But anyway, that Scottish border just passed. And right, catch up with you all soon. Well, here we are coming across the Forth Roads Bridge. Cruise control set to 39 miles an hour. Yeah, it's quite a view. One of the longest bridges in the British Isles is. I can't remember if it's a toll bridge. I can't remember if this bridge is a toll bridge. Never mind. I have plenty £1 coins from the taxi work. Always got plenty change from the taxi work. But, I'm sure it's just a free toll. It's quite a long bridge, isn't it? Bridge. I can't remember what these are. That's a railway bridge anyway, that one. That one was built by Edinburgh Brunel. Great Victorian engineer, British engineer, that bridge over there. Railways. I don't know what that bridge is over there. Is that a footpath bridge or something? No idea. But yeah, well, we're halfway across now. It's just basically it's a big Forth Road Bridge. It's a big suspension bridge like the Golden Gate Bridge or whatever. But, I don't know if the whole bridge is a bridge. There's a suspension bridge in Hull. I don't know if that's longer than this one. I think it is. But this one used to be like the longest one in the UK. And the other side now. Let's have a look at the. It's 56 minutes and 52 miles to the Dundee LPG station, and we've still got 3 lights on the LPG. So it's going to cost. How much do you reckon it's going to cost us? 10 quid? Less than 10 quid? We'll just have to wait and see. It's basically 177 miles for a tenner. It would be if it is. Whatever it's going to be when we get to get there, whatever the cost of it's going to be to fill up the LPG again, is how much it costs to do 177 miles of LPG in a diesel Logan LPG conversion with a 1 litre turbo engine. Now, what the hell's going on here with the roadworks? Which roadworks go where? Just keep an eye out on the speed limits. What's changing and what isn't. Is it down 30? No, it's still 40. There's your speed camera jobs. Oh, we're getting sent around and about. This is going to screw things up, isn't it? This brings back memories of the Tesla trip where I went all over here, there and everywhere. Obviously this is a new bit of road. God knows where it's going. It's going to screw up the sat nav. I've got to try and use my own intuition here. Try and make sure we're still on the A90. Just going to screw her about here. Oh great, look at this. This is what these roadworks that are set up here is the main reason why I had that bloody Tesla for another day. Because it was so unorganised when they first set it up. The traffic was just coming back on itself and coming back on itself. Look. Right. I guess I'm needing to go around to the right. Diverted traffic. See, diverted traffic to the left. Oh, freaking hell. I'm in the maze, the same maze that caused havoc when I was trying to get through this place within the Tesla. So I don't want to go south, I want to go north still. Right, round to the right, M90 north. North Queensferry. Okay, thank you. What piece of shit this is. Right. Keep an eye out for a sign that says M90 north. Which way do I go? Port A90 north. Oh, that looks like we're going to have to try and go this way. A90 north. Alright, up here. Hopefully this is right, we can figure it out. Tell you what, Scotland, you need to fucking do your fucking roadworks properly, for fuck's sake. What a bloody mess that is. The most confusing set of roadworks setup I've ever seen. That. I think I'm back where I need to be. Hopefully. Anyway, that was the Firth of Forth Bridge we crossed, and we've got 51 miles and 3 bars on there. So, catch up with these again when we're getting closer to Dundee. Right, well, it's just gone down to 2 lights now, and we've got 19 minutes, oh that's 90 minutes, 14 miles to go to the Dundee LPG filling station. Yep, 2 lights to go, 2 things on there. So let's just say that's apparently half the tank of LPG. So knock the cruise control off and have a look here. It's 165.3 miles on motorway cruising I've done on half a tank of LPG. So that's round about £7 to £10 this is going to cost, I think. It shouldn't go over £10, but we'll soon be at Dundee anyway, so I'll just catch back up to you again in a few moments once we're back there. It's getting a bit late, I'm slurring my words. I'm getting a bit tired. It is currently 5 minutes past 2 in the morning. Anyway, press on, be back in with this in a few more moments. 10 miles moments. 10 miles anyway. Okay, speak soon. Right, well here we are in Dundee. And it says it's 5.8 miles to the LPG filling station, which I think is on the north side of Dundee, so the far end of it. But we're at the city now, so I'll keep you, I've got plenty of battery on here. I'll just keep you rolling. Edit this down into something watchable later. Only 70 miles to Aberdeen, so I'm looking at the apparently half a tank of LPG I still got left. I'm thinking I could have probably gone all the way to Aberdeen on this, but maybe some other time we'll try that. The good thing about this is because it's got the big petrol tank with the backup, I can test how far I can go on a tank of LPG and not worry about running out, because as soon as I run out I'll just change over the petrol. Anyway, we're here in this wonderful city called Dundee. It's going to be the fun part, trying to find the LPG station. Well, these are an Asda. They don't sell LPG at this Asda. I'll get a kip here somewhere and go to that Asda for a Scottish breakfast in the morning. Maybe. 4.9 miles. Basically, if any of these garages show that they're selling LPG, I'll stop at them. I'm not going to spend miles and miles and miles looking for a specific one and put the postcode in for. But it doesn't say it's selling any either, so then it's diesel. So I've got to press on over there. One that sells LPG. 177 miles of LPG. I'm just thinking, you know, if you could get the, I don't know how much it would cost it for. Well, the Leaf used to cost me, just think about it, about £2.50 I think it was for a really flat battery, maybe it's £3, £2.50 on the meter there. Home there, because I've got like a top-up meter. Because the last person in the house was bad credit or something, I don't know what it was. Anyway, yeah, I've got a top-up meter, and yeah, with the Leaf, it used to cost me about £2-3 to charge it from scratch, and that was the Leaf's got a 24 kilowatt battery. So if a Tesla's got like an 85 kilowatt battery, I'd say to me £10-15 to charge a Tesla from flat. That's a big place, isn't it? All the shops in there. But yeah, so this is 177 miles. Would I have gotten all this way on one charge on a Tesla, and how much battery would I have had left? And what bother would I have had to actually find the charging once I got here? When I did the Tesla trip around the UK, I did actually come to Dundee and use the charger mobile. I left it out because it was quite of an embarrassing moment when I locked the key in the car and I had to call up the rental place to get to unlock the car for us. So I wasn't able to film any of it. It would have been interesting, but I had to come here and top up the charger more after going all over, just because there wasn't enough charge in it after I came down from Aberdeen. It was meant to have like a 200 plus mile, 200, 300 mile, I don't know what's the amount, what's it meant to be, 245 miles or something. And to me that just wasn't working. It just was not getting the mileage it was meant to. And all I was doing was the speed limit. And the only time I found where I was getting anywhere near that type of mileage was when I did the part where I went from Cramlington down to Leeds, and it was all the M1 was just full of oops, tell me to turn in left here. The M1 was just full of roadworks, so I had to do 50 the whole way. So I had to do 50 the entire distance, almost the entire length of the M1 from basically from Newcastle to Leeds, and then I was getting kind of the right sort of mileage on the battery. So I think that's what you have to do in these electric cars, is do like 50 mile an hour, so you can't blast it. So what I've done in this is I've kept up at exactly the speed limit. I've done basically 70 mile an hour when I can, 50 when I have to, 30 when I have to. I've just set the cruise control to it, and that's how I've got the 2 bars left on the LPG meter. Anyway, how much further? 1.6 miles according to this to the LPG fill-up station. Caird Park. I remember that from the address. So we're almost there. Caird Park with a C-A-I-R-D, I believe it was. Spelling of it. I don't know what it is, like an industrial estate or it. Maybe, I think it's a. I can't even remember what it was. I just remember it saying it was 24 hour. So that's why I thought I'd put this one down as the one to aim for. Hill it says. Sat nav, so just gonna keep my eyes open. Something there, what's that one? And it's looking like it's open. I can see a Shell garage up there. Can you see that? Although the price thing seems to be off. I don't know what's wrong there. But I think we've found it. Pretty good. Okay, let's see if they sell LPG. Apparently they do. There's the LPG pump. Over there! Yay! LPG! Yay! That'll be interesting. Is that the LPG pump there? LPG. Nope, that's not the LPG pump. Nope. Where the freaking hell? Ah, there it is, over there. Auto gas. Hey. Brilliant. There it is. Right, let's see how much this costs to fill up. Well, there you go. 179 miles for £13 and 18 pence. That's what that was basically. 179 miles. Let's just have a look at it again. Yeah, 179 miles for £13 and yeah, £13. Stop. Start. Yep, £13 and 18 pence. Right. Try and beat that with a Tesla without having to do any charging. And how long did it take us to fill up there? It took us how the hell did you get on here? A few minutes. Took me a few minutes to charge up. It cost me £13 18 pence. And it was 179 miles we did. So now let's do the calculations. If I'd done that in the Leaf, I would not have gotten that far. But right to Edinburgh, right, excellent. So yeah, £13 and 18 pence. Do 179 miles. There you go. I think we'll end the episode there, shall we? Of Tesla versus LPG. Green light, time to go. Too busy having to use. Maybe I'll do a few more of these just to compare, but I don't think when you think about it, what else is there to compare? I've just done £179, so 79 miles for £13 and 18 pence. Hard to beat that, even. I don't think you're gonna have to get a really efficient diesel car to beat that as well, aren't you? Ah, the little Dacia Logan LPG, MCV Logan LPG. God, what time is it? I'm getting too tired. It is 2:31 in the morning. Yeah, £13 and 18 pence to do 179 miles. I'm well happy with that, because let's just think what I was talking about before. Yeah, the Leaf used to cost about £3 to charge, and I was looking to get 50, 60 miles out of that. So 120 miles in the Leaf would have cost me roughly about £6 anyway. £6 to £7. Lucky to get 120 miles, so I'll be saying about the Leaf. I'd say £6 per 100 miles. So yeah, 200 miles, you're talking £12. So it's not really that much difference really compared to using electricity on the Leaf to the LPG, because yeah, £13 18 pence to do 179 miles. And a Tesla, well, the Tesla was costing how much to bloody fill up all the time, to top up? It's 85 kilowatt battery. It was meant to be doing like 200 odd miles per, 250-ish miles per charge. Was getting nowhere near. That thing would cost a lot more to charge at home, wouldn't it? Battery at least, well, over three times the size of the Leafs. It would have been like yeah, £369 to charge it. So hopefully it would have gotten all the way here. Just find somewhere to charge the bugger when you're here. And yeah, the Leaf would have I would have still been somewhere. I would have been looking to have gotten in just over the Scottish border by now. The Tesla probably would have been stuck in Edinburgh charging up again, I think. So anyway, I'll stop waffling and end it all there. Thanks for watching. Again. 279 miles for £13 and 18 pence. Beat that. Catch us all later.